Hey guys, it's Zev's Big Bites. Welcome back to another video. Today's a very exciting video because we're going to be talking about one of my favorite techniques, and that is frog fishing. I hope you guys enjoy the video. When it comes to frog fishing, the first thing that I want to talk about is the gear that you're going to want to use to fish a frog efficiently, and then also have the best hookup ratio possible. I really enjoy using a 7-1 heavy. It's a Cashion Icon. The action on this rod is like no other, but I'm always finding different gear that, I'd like to experiment with different gear. A lot of people will fish between 40 to 65 pound braid. I've used anywhere in between, but I seem to stick around that 50-pound range for Power Pro. 50-pound Power Pro braid is usually what I will use for my line fishing a frog. So now we've talked a little bit about gear, let's jump into more frog stuff. So the first thing that comes to mind when I think of a frog is you have overcast days and then you have sunny days. And personally, I have found that I can throw a black frog just about any time of the day, and in either of those conditions, and I can catch fish. So number one has to be a Spro black poppin' frog. Now this frog is absolutely awesome. It catches a lot of fish, but specifically, I really like the popping, the popping frogs. And I feel like when I'm fishing for smallmouth on frogs, yes, you heard me right, I fish for smallmouth using frogs. They really like a lot of action, and I feel like it draws those fish in, and the same with largemouth too. They like that little bit of water displacement really sets this frog apart from others, and I feel like a lot of people throw walking frogs, so I try and mix it up, and I've had a lot of luck with popping frogs. I am a huge Spro fanboy, and Spro makes tons of different kinds of different colored popping frogs, but these are probably my three favorite right there. Like I said, the black, and then I really like throwing bluegill patterns, but I seem to have a lot of luck with that. So let's go a little bit more in depth with frog colors. Like I said, black is an all-around great color. White I like to throw when the shad are spawning, and I mean the frogs really mimic bait fish. They don't necessarily mimic frogs. So 90% of the time, a frog is going to mimic a dying bait fish. And when you have a shad spawn, I would definitely throw a white frog because it's going to mimic a dying shad like no other bait can. I'm exaggerating. Many different baits can, but it's a great time to throw a white frog. Summer months, like I said, I'm either going to be throwing a black frog, or I'm pretty much going to be throwing a bluegill colored frog. And that's just what I like to do. But really, the underside of the frog is what matters. That's what the fish is going to see. So black, or grayish white, or yellow. At the end of the day, the color of the frog is what gives us confidence, and that's pretty much it. But when you're buying a frog, go ahead and look at the bottom of the frog and you can determine what color you want to use. But I would say black is probably my favorite color. Now, another thing that you can do to get more bites on a frog is throw something completely different than anybody else would be throwing. So for me, this is a very interesting shaped frog. Probably many people aren't throwing this. That's another thing you can do with a frog. Just throw something completely different. And I've actually had a lot of luck with toad runners. You can throw those, on top of the duckweed, and it's just a completely different action that many people would not be throwing that bait. But we're going to continue on with walking frogs. We've talked about color, and essentially the color is going to be the same for me for walking frogs. But if you don't know what a walking frog is, it's just a different style. We have poppin' frogs, they've got that lip, and then these are just, more streamlined, and they walk. You can walk a poppin' frog. I do that too. There's two ways to retrieve a poppin' frog. You can walk a poppin' frog, or you can just pop, and then it'll push water, and you can go pop, pop. When it comes to frog brands, I'm not crazy particular, but I seem to have a lot of luck with Spro, and I genuinely enjoy using their frogs. So I hope this video helped a little bit. Make sure you guys subscribe. give the video a like. We are doing a giveaway at 800 subscribers here on YouTube. So as long as you're subscribed here and you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's Sev's Big Bites, you guys are entered in that giveaway. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.